Today on the channel, I rank X-Men 97 Hasbro Marvel Legends Wave 2 from my least favorite to my favorite.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another set rankings video. And in today's video, the latest and greatest from the Hasbro Marvel Legends franchise, we got X-Men 97 Wave 2. But for all your X-Men 97 needs, make sure you're hitting up DJC Collectibles. Use discount code 8OFFDJC to save 8% off your entire order. Gotta get a deal, as we always do say, and that's exactly where I got this set from. And now we've unboxed them all. Now we got to rank this entire wave from my least favorite to my favorite. A fun wave from a hopeful, as of filming this, a fun series. X-Men, the animated series, part of my childhood. Absolutely loved it. Helped grow my love of the X-Men along with the comic books and, of course, the Toy Biz toys when I was a kid. So this is barking up the right tree for me here. And I love that we're getting new X-Men figures all together. Now, we usually see for Marvel Legends, you get a Cyclops, and then 4 series later, you get a Jean Grey. It's a way for collectors and fans to really build out the core team, the core universe, in a little bit faster way than what the way the Marvel Legends team usually does do those things. So about that is really good. People not having to go back and get in the old Cyclops or Nightcrawler or Jean Grey. And then, of course, Wolverine's Bishops from the last series. Pretty fun way to do this thing. Pretty good way to get this out to the masses. And, of course, a good business, putting your business hat on, a good business move by the Hasbro team as well. So a little setup here as we dive in. And, of course, X-Men 97 come to Disney Plus sometime in March 2024. Very eagerly awaiting that one for me. Hopefully it lives up to the hype. Hopefully it lives up to the original version. Time will tell, and as they say, what is time? But one thing we do know what we're going to do here is we're going to put this set in order. I'm going to start with my least favorite, work my way to my favorite. Going to ask you guys to do the exact same thing. Remember, this is my list. Put your list together in the comments down below and make sure you put them in order. That's the challenge. That is the fun part. But we got 6 figures right here. Really a mixed bag set when you think about it. You got a guy like Nightcrawler, Jean Grey, Cyclops, some core X-Men characters, Excalibur maybe for Nightcrawler, depending where you think of him from. You got Magneto, once again, an interesting one, getting him 2 series in a row. Maybe not most people's Magneto. Maybe it will be after the series debuts, of course. The Goblin Queen, of course, is a big one here. Madeline Pryor, first time in the line, really. Same thing with the Executioner, one that's been high on my want list. Does it live up to the hype? I guess let's find it out, but let's start it off. Let's go in order from the back. At number 6, my number 6 selection, I'm going to go Jean Grey. Nothing against Jean. She is one you have to have. It's just there's not a lot of meat on the bone here. Now, we've got a few different ones lately. We compared them in the videos. I don't know. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. How do you prefer your Jean? You got 2 head sculpts to decide from. But besides that, not a lot to do with her, and that's just kind of the way it goes with her. But Jean Grey, good. You need it in your collection. But for me, out of this one, coming in at number 6. Now we're at number 5. That's a tough one here. Some of these have really grown on me. I wouldn't say I didn't like them, but as I've spent a couple of days playing around, looking at them a little bit more, they've kind of jumped and moved positions a little bit for me. But I'm going to go at number 5, Nightcrawler. Now, I have the last Nightcrawler. Maybe that has something to do with it. If you didn't have that last one, I would anticipate this to be higher on your list. This is improved, of course, with the different butterfly joints. Not necessarily butterfly. I guess there's a little butterfly there, but the pinless joints is what I was getting at. There is some changes this one. It is definitely an improvement, but it's not a huge improvement from the last one, and I'm still not sold on either head sculpt of these. However, probably how he looks in the new upcoming series, so you got to take that into account too. A good figure. It just didn't wow me, and I think a lot of that has to do because I had the last one. I had that one prominently displayed in my collection already. So Nightcrawler going to come in at number 5 for me. Then I'm going to go to Cyclops at number 4. And I like this Cyclops. I just wanted to like this one a whole lot more. Both head sculpts did not blow me away. I really wish they would have used that animated series cell shading one. That is the preferred head sculpt. I would have loved to seen that on here. And you can technically do that if you just kind of ignore the cell shading on the side, I guess. That really holds it back. Both head sculpts are pretty rough on this one for me. I like the blast effect. That's probably how I'm going to end up displaying this one, kind of him in front of the team. I don't display any of my Cyclops figures with this one, so it is what it is. But I do like that we got the extra hands with him. It is the classic Cyclops costume a lot of us think of. It is good. It's just not great. It's the head sculpts holding this one back, at least for me. You guys sound off in the comments below. Then we're going to number 3. We're going to go to the old Goblin Queen here. A good-looking figure. Just not a lot of bells and whistles with this one. It just kind of is what it is, but that's not bad. That's what she's supposed to be. I'm going to display her with the Hellfire Club. That's where I'm going to go with this one here. I like that we got the effect piece. I guess we got Baby Cable. If anybody needed another baby in their collection, you got that as well. But a character that, you know, isn't a favorite villain, hero, whatever you want to counter as, depending on the issue. Not a super favorite of mine, not a super story arc for mine, but cool to get a first-timer in the line here, no doubt. And then the sleeper of the set really here is one I was pretty down on that thought would be down here. It is Magneto, which makes Executioner be number 1 here. But this Magneto, very, very cool. He does look like a young Triple H in the head sculpt department, but it is so different. And when I think of Magneto, this is far from what I think of. I like how different it is, and I like how smooth this one works. It is a very cool looking figure, and I have a feeling I might like it more once we see the animated series as well. So that Magneto definitely beat my expectations. I'd call him the sleeper of this wave. Finish it up with the Executioner. Now, I'm a sucker for the old school Toy Biz line, like I said. He was one of my most wanted characters in the Marvel Legends line. Kind of shocked we got him in this, and I guess he's going to have some kind of play in the cartoon. Should be very interesting to find out how that goes in the near future. But I like a new character like this, a new villain. And like I said, the Executioner was a cool one I liked as a kid. I wish it had the removable helmet like the Toy Biz one did back in the day, but beggars can't be choosers. I guess they'll save that for a future one, maybe down the line. Who knows? But a fun one here to get first time in the line. I can see some people saying, maybe I don't need some of these. I'm fine with my older ones. But a lot of people will say, hey, I need a new villain in my shelf. That's where the Executioner comes in, and he comes in at number 1 for me. So there it is, X-Men 97 Series 2. What are your guys' thoughts? Put your comments down in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts on this wave, and let me know your order if you had to rank them. And of course, you made it this far. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this video. And of course, both YouTube channels. We got 2 YouTube channels going. Make sure you subscribe to both. And don't forget about Patreon, your best way to support this channel, all the work it does bring. Of course, you get early access to both YouTube channels. You get bonus pizza reviews, bonus Q&As, giveaways, you name it. It's all going on down over there, the old Patreon, your best way to support the channel. You can also support the channel at PresenTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. And don't forget the new book, Jakks Classic Superstars, The Complete Guide by yours truly. Just came out with this book, about 700 pages. Very, very fun. If you're into this, check out Amazon and, of course, Barnes & Noble very, very shortly. That's the book. And, of course, social media, SirPaul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, and on Instagram. So for X-Men 97 Series 2, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.